So today I was thinking that this time I will just pick the like double Duchess Necret every time and not make things harder for myself. But then I thought that I actually do have Iron Brago that I used to use in Clan Boss for a long time, and he is booked. Like basically the two nukers that I would have that I could use as defense scaling nukers are like Staltus and Iron Brago. Both of them do a self-defense buff, which is kind of good, but neither one really has like damage to be able to like kill strong teams, and they will run into issues. And especially Staltus, who is Force Affinity, like won't be able to kill Duchesses. But I thought I might as well give Iron Brago a go since I do have him and he's already booked anyway, so when we get the next part of Fusion Artifact Enhancement, I will change these accessories, but for now I'm just using the ones that I already had leveled, but there is better ones that I will use later. But honestly, I'm not expecting a lot from this, but might as well give it a go. I'm thinking that probably we will get a decent amount of like very long fights if I use him, and maybe it will be the same deal as yesterday that like with Mashallah, that I do one fight with him and that's enough for it. Yeah, I mean, maybe I will try pull a Mashallah again, but only if the enemy has like no immunity in the team, which will be very hard to find. So it is what it is. I think I would like to have a variety of different things that I use, but in the end it's the same couple champions that are just way better than everybody else. And I've been using a lot of like low tier champions anyway, because like I don't have better ones. But then I'm like losing some fights on purpose because I'm just using total bottom tier champions, and I think I need to start being a more tryhard and mostly use my best champions like everybody else is doing. Like I may be like making this a bit too hard for myself. Like yesterday I got a few wins with Arix, but then I also like there was 2 fights that I picked it on a team that it has no chance to win against, just to use it for fun, so none of that today. Today it's strictly business this time. Maybe I will even pick UDK that I always avoid using, we will see. Do I want to pick Arix against this team? Not really, like the tanky Duchess, it will struggle so much hard like killing this Duchess, and Rotos will even be strong affinity, so let's just go with Initve. Yeah. Yeah, I think just generally like my strongest team right now is gonna be double Duchess, Necret, and Rotos Initve. That's pretty much it. Like sometimes Ukko and Guardial are better than Necret, but if I don't really know the enemy team first, then Necret is pretty much always the best choice. That's why like I don't want to use Necret all the time, but I do end up using him all the time. And I would probably do the same if I had Lockout, I would use it a lot. So if I do pick on UDK, he's just gonna ban my Duchess, so let's go with double Duchess, though fuck, where is it? Though Candy would be very good matchup against both. I mean UDK would be very good matchup against both Candy and Rotos, but I'll just ban the Warlord like I always do. It will probably be pretty hard to get any kills through the Ursuka in this team, though he doesn't have any like Necret in the team or buffs at the start, so I should be able to just one-tap his Rotos like early, I think, right? Surely. Like Initve is gonna go before his Ursuka. Oh yeah, I guess. Let's hope that his Rotos gets extra turn. If his Rotos gets extra turn, then I will be good. Okay. Never mind. I guess Ursuga is gonna get ally protection up, so Init Vase isn't gonna kill that Rotos so easily. Well, maybe it still can, because it looks like a very squishy and it doesn't even have a shield anymore, so it probably can kill it through ally protection now. I mean, surely it can, right? This type of team used to be very popular in like arena defense, like usually not with double nuker, like it would have one of those nukers and then either CP or Necret, but that was very meta, maybe like 1 or 2 years ago. I think Maxim made a video about this team with like Necret instead of Rotos, and that was very popular for a good while. I mean, it is good that they make changes to the game and there is like power creep and new champions. Like, I always complain about Taras and Maritska and Harima, but I mean, they do need to mix it up, though. I wish they would like put a little bit more consideration to the game balance. At this point, like, my videos is just a bunch of like complaining about. I wonder how many times I have complained about Taras and Maritska. I actually made some. I should read them out. I made some suggestions in my clan Discord about how to counter Taras and Maritska. I will look them up after this fight. But yeah, well, actually, let me read it, because otherwise I will forget. But basically, well, I do remember it. Like, basically, I was saying that, in my opinion, what they should do to like nerf them so that they are like kind of in line, but they will still be strong. Ah, so close. Is that well, first of all, the Maritska passive that revives on death, it should have a cooldown. Right now, it doesn't. Maybe 3-turn cooldown. And then her A1, if you have multiple Taras in the team, I don't think all of the Taras should like ally attack with the A1, just one of them, because it's insanely OP and it's stupid that like double Taras Maritska is the best offense and defense team in the game, and even the A1 is like insane skill. Like basically, if she does A1, all of the Taras in the team will ally attack always with her, so it doesn't make any sense. And then her A2, I think, is also too strong skill, and it should have either like 1 turn longer cooldown or maybe reduced effects. But that's all the changes I will do to Maritska, and she will still be one of the best champions in the game. And I think it's totally fair nerf. Like, you could totally nerf her more than this, but I think that would be a fair nerf. And what I would do to Taras is that right now, if you have both Taras and Maritska in the team, Taras will always like counterattack with his A2 if anybody hits Maritska. I think that skill should have a cooldown. Like, I don't think it should be endlessly like counterattacking. Maybe 2-turn or 3-turn cooldown on that skill. Then I think that his passive that just reduces all the damage that he takes by 50% is like a total bonker skill. Like, especially on HP scaling champion, it's totally overpowered. Like, I think they should at least make it 25%, but honestly, I think it should be even less than that, but definitely they should at least halve the current amount. And then I think the last change that I would make to Taras is that right now, let me actually check it. His A3 gets like increased damage for all the buffs in the team. I think that should be capped. Like, I don't think there's any cap to it, and if there's tons of buffs into the team, it goes to insane levels. Let me see. Yeah, 15% increased damage for each buff on allies, and like, of course that's like has some bonker scaling in it. Like, they should just fix it at certain amount. Like, the damage of the skill can't be increased more than, I don't know, 100% or whatever. Like, anyway, that's all I would do it. I think that would be totally fair. I'm sure some people will be like, when you have them, you will not like this, but I think if they get the Rotos treatment, and I do think that they're in the same level as Rotos used to be, then their nerfs might be way more than this. But I think the issue is also that because of their identity, like, Plarium doesn't really want to nerf them, or they will try to nerf them very softly. So I think these would be very fair nerfs that they can do that would make like the competitive arena scene a lot better. Like, they will still be the best nuker and the best support, like, even if they did these changes. Maybe sometimes people would also consider other champions, but I'm pretty sure they will still be the best ones in the game, so. Anyway, I thought that I would get this fight, but the issue is that the Candy is kind of recycling his skills. Like, when he does his AoE skill, he's definitely gonna kill my Initve, and then he's gonna get extra turn, and then it will take time to get Initve revived, and I will just have hard time making like Initve get the turn in this fight. So. But also I'm running double dodges, which is very hard for his Candy, so. I'm not really sure if I can win this. But yeah, that's what I was saying in the start of the video, that this time I'm just not gonna like hurt myself, and I will just try hard like I see everybody else doing, so I'm just gonna go with double dodges, because that's what I would pretty much do in every fight if I did my best. So, like, of course, if somebody's a lot lower level or he picks worse champions, then I will kind of feel bad and adjust. But generally it feels like it's the other way around, and I'm still like going easy like way too often. Though I guess I can't really blame myself for having 10-minute fight when I use double dodges. But to be fair, he's also using like dodges and Ursuka, so he's definitely aiming for those 10-minute fights as well. This is kind of funny combo, because his dodges can't heal the Candy at all, because Rotos is like block revived, and there is basically no heals in this team to the Candy. So I could I guess if I can get couple hits on the Candy, maybe I can time it with the revives so that I can finally guarantee that my Initve gets a turn. And if Initve just gets to do one AoE and kill the Candy, then I won this fight. So. And definitely I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't have very good gear on these dodges. I mean, I have shown the builds many times before, but basically the other one is in like fast stone skin. It's like 260 speed and 115k HP. And then the other one is like 120 speed in like 140k HP bolster and immortal. And the other one I use in offense, and the other one I use in defense. But here I can kind of use both of them, so they kind of work pretty decently together, because they can like rotate their whales and revives. And the other one is usually like staying alive so that it can eventually revive the other one that is faster one. So nice, okay. Finally we got the kill. I'm sure he might be slightly frustrated about this outcome, but it is what it is. I mean, I think that the Quintus will be very good in arena, so I'm definitely motivated to grind this, and I need to stop like fooling around and like making it harder for myself. So I will try to get all the wins that I can get from now on. I think I will still try champions, but I will not fool around as much as I have. I guess he's making a stand and doesn't want to surrender. It would be kind of interesting if they add a chat to the live arena, like if you can talk with the enemy or if you can spectate other matches, but I assume probably they won't do stuff like this, but I wish they would do a lot of like additions to live arena, because if they leave it like it is right now, it's kind of bare bones, and I think it will basically die after people get Quintus. But there's definitely all kinds of things that they could do with this and make it something that people keep doing from like in a long time as well. Okay, this is kind of squishy team. Maybe here we can pull out the Iron Brago. Yeah, I think so. Wait, damn, if I locked in that series, that would have been funny. Let's just pick double dodges anyway, and Brago doesn't really need the attack buff from dodges, but they will be very tanky if the Brago is in the team. So basically, Brago has one skill that puts increased defense on himself, and hits one target, like not super hard, but like okay. And then it has one AoE skill, which also like taunts enemy and puts decrease attack. But my Brago is very low accuracy, so it shouldn't really CC enemy unless it's like their Nugers with no resistance. I could have gone either way, but I think Cardiel is an interesting matchup here. Like, of course, without Necret, the Rotos will get one-shotted, but the Brago is already lower HP than Rotos, so if he ends up banning one of the Duchesses, Necret isn't even gonna protect Rotos. And my Rotos definitely won't die to one hit from like double hitting +0 Leoreos. Not if it's like full health, so it can definitely tank one like double hit AoE nuke. But yeah, this team is squishy enough that I think we can definitely use a Brago against this one, but not most teams. But this one is a good one. Like, there is no Siphi or Duchess, so I guess he really wants to get them because he definitely does need them. I actually used to be in this exact same place that I didn't have a Siphi or Duchess, but I did have Cardiel, and I was always using Cardiel in my arena defense. Actually, let's save the Cardiel AoE skill for a while, for like after Brago does his A2, so that he gets the increased defense. I'm not sure if it can kill the Arbiter, we will see. It kind of depends on the build. Okay, it was enough. Probably not like against all of the people, but if it's a very squishy Arbiter, it might be able to do it. Anyway, this team isn't really like he's level 96 and he doesn't have the best champions, so... I hate when the AI does it. It always targets the stupid sheep. I mean, it doesn't matter, but sometimes it does matter if it's like a fight that you can lose. As you can see, like, Brago did like 50k with his AoE nuke with like increased defense and increased crit damage buffs, so it's nothing to write to home about, but that's how it is with the most of the champions in this game. Basically, they were kind of designed that you always have decreased defense on enemy, but then they added some champions like Rotos and Baron and like Georgit and so on that can like ignore that side of the game, and it kind of like threw it off. Another gimme pick. I'm not really too afraid of Kimmy. I don't think she's really a top choice. I think if you're gonna use a speed threat like that, then probably Warlord is still better, and if you use both of them together, like, I guess sometimes it's a good choice, but I wouldn't do Kimmy as your first pick in this format. Yeah, this team doesn't really scare me. Like, Tormin doesn't do that much damage. Definitely I will go with Nakarada against this though. Let's just... yeah, let's not give him any chance. Let's go with double Duchess and Nakarada, and then I can pick the Nuker last, but... with Arbiter and Kimmy... okay, this is kind of interesting. So basically, I could even ban the Arbiter and he doesn't have any... yeah, I guess he knows that I'm gonna pick Init, so maybe that's why he didn't pick any Revivers. I should probably ban the Arbiter though, right? I mean, yeah, let's play this super tryhard. Like, for once, I'm not gonna like gimp myself. So he picks like triple Nuker and kind of like a speed support that isn't tanky, and then Arbiter. So let's ban his like attack buff and revive, and that's why I didn't pick Init, because it's not gonna do anything here. I guess it would do something against Tormin, but I just want to be tanky, and I think we can just out-tank this team, hopefully. Maybe not, we will see. I mean, I guess we do even get a bit of use out of the Iron Brago passive here, which gives your entire team 10% of his defense, which is something, I guess. Usually, defense doesn't do that much, but considering that his team doesn't really have any like ignore defense from skills, it will actually be pretty decent against this. Yeah. I mean, gear definitely does matter, and there's a big difference like between like gear gaps. But if you get to a decent point in gear, then small upgrades in gear aren't like huge difference. But the champions make like ungodly like difference. Like, his team just isn't tanky enough to deal with revivers, like most nukers in this game are not. So I mean, Candy can definitely kill revivers, but if enemy has a Duchess in the team, it will like be very RNG heavy and it might not be easy. So and when I run like double shields in my team, that Heplag doesn't really get any chance to like actually do damage. So like he was basically the highest damage champion in the game. Well, not really, but like out of the practical choices, he was basically the highest one. But even then, he isn't actually that practical, because it is kind of hard to get his double hit in practice if you need to take the enemy below 50% with first hit. Like you see, I have double shield, so there's no way that he can do it without like defense down. Damn, I can't wait to get Quintus. I feel like many of the fights will be super like easy with him, and then I could have another like threatening nuker other than just Rotos. But I guess Brago is okay. I'm not really sure if it's actually gonna be good against like top tier teams, but maybe against these like teams without the best champions, it might sometimes even be better than Initve, because Initve would have probably died to those like nukes, and I would have won eventually, but I would have had to revive him a couple times probably. Definitely something you guys could consider. I think, let me check. I think Brago takes a decent amount of books, but I booked him very long time ago because I was actually using him in Clan Boss. Nice, finally. I think just when the beta ended I got into the silver there, so I haven't really been at higher point than this. Yeah, I haven't gotten any the higher rewards. Let's see. Wow, Brago takes like 16 books. Probably not something that everybody wants to book, but you could consider using him. I mean, it's not like you can't use champions without booking them, but I mean, it definitely does matter, especially reducing the cooldowns on skills. Okay, this team doesn't look good. I bet his third pick is gonna be Harima as well. Those two and Harima is the best like possible nukers in this format, so this is not gonna be a fun time. I think, like, no, certainly I will pick Initve, but I don't want to show him Initve just yet, so let's just go with Nakarada and Duchess. If we look at multipliers here, so 3.6 on A1 is like okay, but like it's probably below average because he's a defense scaling champion and doesn't have high base defense. Like usually they do it. Like attack nukers often have higher attack than defense nukers have defense. Oh fuck, so basically I can't ban either one of those nukers. Though his team isn't gonna be tanky, so maybe I do have a choice. A chance. It kind of depends how he built his Sifi, like how tanky it is. But the A2, which is single target, is 5.1, which also is like okay, but not huge, and same for the A3, that is 3.7, but the saving grace that he does have is that he self-buffs attack, so oh my god, so this guy basically has the best possible team that you can have in the entire game. But yeah, I mean, the multipliers on Brago are like okay, but like nothing like even like above average, or maybe his multipliers even are like below average, or if you compare it to attack nukers, they are. But basically average for defense nukers. there isn't too many champions that put, like good champions that put increased defense on your team. It's basically Siphi, so... I mean, there is others like Mitral and so on, but they aren't really top choices in live arena, so... Maybe we will get other revivers in future with increased defense. I think surely we will at some point, so... Oh nice, Siphi wasn't very tanky. That's good. Maybe I do have a chance against this then. Yeah, I can... Let's hope that the Taras doesn't stun my Rotos. Like I said, I built my Rotos with a little bit resistance, hoping that Taras wouldn't stun him, and usually I do resist it. Okay, I got stunned. If he didn't get stunned, I would have got an extra turn, and then I would have been able to kill the Siphi, and probably I would have won at that point, but the luck wasn't in my favor. I think probably I have higher chance to resist than he does have to stun, because usually people don't want to build their Taras with accuracy anyway, because they will get sheeped all the time, but against my Rotos I of course don't want to get stunned, so... Not sure if that lost us the fight or not, but I think I would have pretty much won if he didn't get stunned there. I'm not sure if I can... He doesn't have increased attack. I'm not really sure if I can kill the Rotos, but I guess I must try. Probably I would be able to kill the revivers with the... Ah yeah, with the A2. Yeah, there was no increased attack, so I kind of expected that to happen. We kind of got unlucky there. There's no way that this guy built his Taras with like 300 plus accuracy, because that just hurts him like in general, so... But yeah, even having a chance against a team like this is, I guess, all I can ask, so I can't really complain. The meta does affect a lot, like... If you just think about the game a year ago, it looked totally different, like... I was using Tranda, and I was even using Yossi in my main offense team, so... It's nothing like it is now, and... It might change sometime soon as well. I'm not really sure if I have any chance at this point. Even if I do kill, like, do I get stunned again? Maybe he does have high accuracy. That would be kind of weird. Let me check my Rotos build. It would be kind of weird if he actually built it high accuracy, because most of the time that is not gonna be good for him. I mean, it's not gonna be like... It's not like my Rotos is very high resistance, so... It's definitely not like... It's somewhere like between like 50-50 range, I assume, but... Even still, I'm kind of surprised that he got stunned 2 times in a row. Well, we totally could have won that fight, but... It just didn't go in our favor this time. Maybe if I can get my Rotos to +4, I could get a little bit more resistance on him. It's kind of funny thing, because this is very niche tactic, and I doubt basically anyone else in like top Platinum Arena did this in the entire game except me. But I used to have this thing that my entire Great Hall was maxed, except resistance on Magic Affinity. And that was basically specifically only because of Rotos. And it was kind of the other way around, that back in those days, Tranda was the best nuker in the game. And Tranda, like the A3, doesn't double hit if he stuns the target. But if he gets resisted, or if she gets resisted, then it will double hit. So I built my Rotos low resistance on purpose. And I also didn't max the Great Hall, even though I could have. Just so that it wouldn't get stunned. I mean, that it would get stunned and it wouldn't die to double hits, but because Tranda isn't relevant anymore, I maxed my Great Hull long time ago. But basically, I kept it unmaxed for a very long time in this game. Maybe I will go with Python against this Ukko. I might be able to cleanse some stuns with him. And yeah, I guess we still do want the Necret against Candy matchup. By the way, somebody was suggesting to me that I should try like an epic Force Affinity Barbarian champion called Alika, who does have a lockout. And after we get champion training in like a couple days, I think it's on Thursday, then I will use it. But yeah, the issue with it is that it can actually weak hit, even though it does have a 2-turn lockout as an epic champion. But it is Force Affinity, so I should ban the Duchess. I mean, not Duchess, Ukko, right? Ukko or UDK, it's kind of gamble. Let's go with the UDK. Yeah, actually, I'm fine with this. I mean, we will see. Maybe the Ukko will totally run me over, but I did pick Python specifically for the Ukko and not using double Duchess instead. That's an interesting choice. He didn't start with the... I don't know why he did that, like... Is he just... he wants to outspeed me? I don't know what he's trying to do with it, but... I have double immunity in the team, and I'm of course not gonna use the cleanse on Python now. And I'll save it after he does his A2, so... I'm not sure if I can kill that Candy with Init A3 because it does have the damage reduction from both his passive and also the whale does add damage reduction. Okay, I lost the attack buff. No way I can kill it now anyways. Yeah, that's one of the good sides about having double Duchess is that you do have multiple attack buffs, and something like Initve really does need his attack buff because even with it he still does less damage than Rotos without attack buff, so... But yeah, now the Ukko isn't able to stun us as often because we have the immunity. Yeah, I guess Initve is just so weak that it wasn't able to take even small hits. The Tranda A2 is kind of... which one do I actually want to protect the Python? I actually want to protect the Python. Yeah, Tranda A2 is kind of hard to use in live arena actually, because it does damage to one target, and then it does AoE hit based on the damage that you did to that one target. And if everybody has lots of buffs, or maybe you're only able to hit dodges because of whale, or there is Necret ally protection or something, then it will do very little damage to the main target and also on everybody else. So traditional like AoE nukes are usually better in that type of situations. Like when people were using decreased defense, in that situation sometimes the Tranda A2 was insanely good and kind of OP basically, because if you were able to hit a target with decreased defense or one that already had very low defense, then you could do insane amount of damage with it. And I guess that's kind of what people are doing, for instance, on Spider right now. But in current arena meta, it's kind of, you can't really use it. But when I was pairing Tranda and Ceres in my main offense team, I only basically used one team for a very long time. I usually did start with A2 because it was the one that did more damage in like optimal situation. Yeah, this isn't really looking good. I'm not really able to get any turns on the Initve. And I don't think if I picked Iron Brago against this team, like, it would have survived, but I'm not sure if it can kill a Duchess, so... Maybe I will have to try Iron Brago next time. It would have definitely been able to tank two of these kind of like mid-tier nukers pretty well. I was checking that is my internet working, but it is, so it's the game bugging out again. Yeah, I don't think my Initve is really gonna get any turns. It is kind of hard. Yeah, let's just surrender. No way I'm winning at this point. Yeah, I mean, even if I do get the Candy, I will use him, but I don't have him either, so... Candy used to be my most wanted champion at one point, but nowadays he really isn't, so... If I do get him, I will use him in Live Arena and Tag Team Arena, but probably I will not use him even in like Classic Arena. Well, I'll definitely use him in like midweek defense, but not in actual reset unless they change something about the meta. So... Yeah, let's just go with the Necret and Duchess. Let's not show him the Rotos right at the start, so maybe he doesn't pick UDK or something. I'm not really... I haven't been able to use my Rotos a lot lately, so... Ah, fuck, this guy is gonna be a huge whale as well. I hope he doesn't have Paras, but... Well, I'm still gonna pick Rotos, I just... There is no choices. Yeah, let's just go with double Duchess and probably Initve, but... Should I go with... No, he does have 3 champions with Ukko, let's not go with Polymorph, let's not go with Ukko. Wait, is this the guy that that does videos? Maybe it is, I have to check. Probably is, right, because he has like insane champions. And I think that avatar is only for mods or content creators, I'm not sure. Let's ban the Harimoto. Actually, this isn't like horrible matchup. If it's that guy, I assume... Let me see his video. Maybe I do actually have a chance against this team. It could have been way worse. Yeah, okay, it is him, yeah. It could have been way worse if he had Taras, but if it's this team, I do definitely stand a chance. He didn't even pick Necret, and he probably hasn't seen Initweb before, and he wasn't expecting something like this. Though, if I had UDK here, it would have been even better, but maybe I do have a chance. It's kind of gonna be tanky though, because the Rotos gets tons of buffs from both Siphi and Maritska, so I definitely can't one-shot it with the first A2 that I get, so maybe I will start with A3 and then do A2 later on Rotos. Unless he gets multiple turns here and loses buffs, that would have actually been pretty nice. Actually, this is looking very good. Maybe this was actually easy fight. He kind of, I guess, picked the wrong team against me. If he picked like a lockout as his last choice, or he picked Necret, then I think he would have been in good position, but I think now I actually do have a chance against him. I could even... Should I kill the Siphi first? No. Come on, take 2 turns and lose the strength and buff. Well, if I don't get a chance to kill the Rotos, then I'll just kill the Siphi and I will snowball the fight eventually, so it will be fine. I'll just give it to my tankier Duchess because it has more HP and I want him to hit the other one and kill it rather than the tanky one. Yeah. Can I kill the Rotos? It does have increased defense and shield and strength. I might waste this A2, but let's try it. Nice, okay. And that's basically it. Nice. The only way to... I'm pretty sure the only way that you can circumvent the Initweb block revive is with a Lydia. If he did have a Lydia in his team, then he would have gotten it revived, but Lydia isn't very popular in this format. Like, I have seen a few people use Lydia, but not many times. Actually, one time I did lose to a Lydia team that had like Lydia and Hebrak, and I think it was one of the first fights I did, and it kind of, he banned my Necret and then he like one-shot my Rotos, and it was kind of a very good combo against me, so... But I would put Lydia in the same category, that it's like kind of usable. Like, even I geared my Lydia for live arena, but I'm barely using it, because if you have something like Maritska, Necret, Warlord, even Cardiel, then probably you don't use something like Lydia. There is so little room for like alternative options because you're picking 2 revivers and 2 nukers. I'm not really sure why he's not surrendering. People really like to take their time in live arena. I mean, I definitely sometimes like play the fights to the end that I will probably lose, but I have a chance to win. But he doesn't have any chance to win. Like, what are we doing here? Let's look at the comments. Do I have any good questions in YouTube at this time? Sometimes I get a bit weird comments, but usually they are okay, so I try to respond to everything. Um, well, I have kind of mentioned this many times before, but I think that lockout is very good in live arena. But if you pick 2 lockout champions, then that can actually hurt you if enemy can make a team that can fight against lockout, and then they will ban one of your nukers or one of your revivers, and you will either have like no revivers or one nuker that they might even like counter in their team. So I don't think it's the best choice. But picking one lockout is very good, but usually it will get banned, but it will force a ban out of enemy, so it is a good choice. Oh, he's using Annie. Annie is kind of in like kind of awkward position that she isn't like really used in arena, but she does do decent amount of damage. But I don't think she's gonna get buffed, which sucks for people with Annie. Like, she's not bad enough that I think it's likely that she will not get buffed, but we will see. But basically, she's almost in the never used category. I have seen some people using like Annie and Crew Truxa, like they both do a high amount of damage, but I guess out of the 2, Crew Truxa is still like, I guess, better. Annie's kit is like it is very niche, and it's kind of maybe in some specific situation she could be top tier if you really need her type of skill sets, but she has that weird interaction that she counterattacks if she gets revived, so maybe it will be okay with like something like Maritzka, but I never see anybody using Annie, so UDK and Necret is like very annoying. I mean, not Necret. UDK and Ukko is very annoying choice for me. Like, I kind of want to ban both of them. And I don't think I can use Adex against this guy because I'm not gonna have enough damage with him. So I'm probably gonna go with should I go with Initve or either Initve or Brago, but let me think about it. Now let's just go with Initve. He does have like double force affinity in the team and tanky dodges, which will be very hard to kill with Brago, so I think I will kind of leave the Brago pick against like some type of squishy speed teams that I can use it against. Oh, the bomb is actually kind of good choice against me. Depends who he bans though. Let's go with the Ukko. Okay, I'm fine. Like, he banned the... If he banned my dodges, like the tanky dodges, then Gaius would have probably been able to kill me. But now I do have double bolster, and one of the dodges isn't in stone skin, so she will definitely survive, and unless Annie kills her, but I think I will be fine. Yeah, this is probably gonna be kind of long fight again. It is at least nice to be able to pick my Rotos like once in a while. I mean, definitely it's not like all I need is to pull one good nuker and then I'm good, because if I do get my Rotos, he's very threatening and there isn't that many top tier nukers anyway. I mean, it's basically Harima or Taros, and I guess like there is others like Georgita and Candy, but basically Harima and Taros, and it's very hard to get 2 out of those top 3 nukers. But I only need to get one of them, like, at this point, so if I do get something like Harima or Taros, I think I will get to use my Rotos all the time, so. But for now, I just need to endure this grind and get Quintus, and that will work out as well. Though I must like say that if I did have like one other good nuker, this like grind to Quintus would have been way more fun. So, but I guess it doesn't matter what I do. But I think this is pretty much a win at this point. He can't really kill my team. I don't think even later, if he gets the bombs back up, like if both of his nukers hit my tanky dots at the same time, then maybe yes, but the bombs alone I don't think are able to kill my 140k HP dodges, so. Yeah, I think this will be way more fun in like live stream, because these fights take so long, so it will be more fun to talk with people in the meantime. I need to look that up like very soon. But yeah, I don't. Well, actually, this Duchess is kind of dying, but I think we're pretty good at this point. He's facing the same issue, that his 2 nukers that just, they are not very threatening. Like, revivers are so tanky, and unless you have the top choices, then it is very hard to get by. Like, as you can see, that Annie does have that very hard nuke, but she doesn't have survivability and she doesn't have AoE, so it is much harder to use her than other options. Like, even though Rotos is a single target nuker as well, but the difference is that Rotos is very tanky and Rotos gets tons of extra turns, so it is nothing like Annie, even if like Annie does it like higher damage than Rotos, so. And Rotos damage is still good enough to finish teams even without attack buff, so. Which is very hard for most nukers in the game, even if they do have attack buff. Unless you actually have decreased defense on enemy, it's very hard to kill tanky teams. That's why you only see those few specific nukers used in like Platinum Arena. But I'm assuming that we will have tons of new top champions this year as well, so probably there will be other options soon anyway. They had many like top tier fusions lately, like revivers and supports. It would be fun to see like another really good nuker in fusion event like Rotos. Again, this Ukko UDK combination, you see that a lot in Platinum Arena as well, and I have really hard time beating this type of teams. But yeah, today I'm doing it properly, so we're just gonna pick the optimal choice every time. And against these better teams, I don't really find any chances to use Arix. Even though yesterday I did have several good fights with him, but not against these type of teams. This kind of hard choice. Let's go with the UDK. I mean, I could use Ukko myself, and I do use him a decent amount, but I do prefer the double dodges instead of Ukko dodges most of the time, because if the enemy team does ban my dodges, and my only reviver in the team is Ukko, then it is actually kind of hard to beat those fights. But if I could get like Ukko and dodges in every fight, then I would like that team probably more than double dodges. But if I pick double dodges, then most often I will get both of them. But if I pick Ukko and dodges, then I will not get one dodges, so... that counter-attack might actually be kind of bad, because we're not able to, like, attack it, so... Should I save revive for later? Let's save it for, like, one turn. Yeah. This might come bite me, I'm not sure. Nah, it's... With this ally protection, it was totally smart choice. But yeah, definitely it's getting way harder now that we hit the silver. Like, we see these people with like odd number of points. I assume those are from like losing the fights, because up to this point I haven't been losing any points in the fights. Yeah, Ukko I don't think does have revive up yet, so let's just go with this. I mean, even if he does get the revive at this point, like, I will be able to snowball from that, so... actually, he definitely does get it now, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I mean, on top of all of the other things that Rotos does, like, even his A1 can be super clutch like this. And 25% chance for extra turn isn't that low, like, this kind of thing happens all the time, so... Or can I actually kill the Rotos? I'm not sure if it will have, like, sliver of health or not. Let's actually gamble on killing the Ukko. Can we do it? Nice. Yeah, two losses so far, but all of the fights have been pretty long, I guess. And yeah, I don't think Brago isn't really gonna work against this type of teams, so... Maybe I should try him one more fight at least, but... Just to like, I guess do one more live testing against tanky team with Duchess, but... I think those kind of fights, if they don't have super threatening nukers, it's gonna last for a long time, but eventually I will lose, because I just don't think Brago can finish a fight against tanky teams. He's picking like double support. That means he's only gonna pick one reviver in the team. That's kind of interesting choice. Maybe I will go with Ukko. Depending on the type of team, but I think like the Yumeko has speed threats. Maybe I will go triple revive against this guy, yeah. Maybe I will not use Necret at all, I'll just go with triple revive, yeah. Should I go with Arbiter? Arbiter could be kind of funny in this team actually. I could use Basileus as well. I do have Basileus geared. My Basileus would be able to take care of that Proto 7 through Necret, but let's not do that. Let's just go with triple revive. I do have Basileus in 6p stone skin, so it should be able to kill the Trotos. I wonder who the Necret is gonna protect. I guess it's still gonna protect Turvold. If that's the case, I think it's almost certainly like that. Then I can easily one-shot the Rotos with... I mean, I guess he's gonna have Whale at the start of the fight, but when my Initve does get a turn, I can easily, like, block revive on the Rotos, so... Nice, that's actually very huge. I think that probably kind of seals the deal, I would say. Like, people are using Turvold a lot in Classic Arena. But I think Live Arena he's kind of squishy and it's not the same. I'm not super scared about enemy teams using Turvold. If he had Harima in this team, it would have been way worse than Turvold. So I probably can't one-shot him through the Necret, but he is very squishy, so maybe it's even possible. Yeah, not even close. That kind of makes sense. That's fine. But when I'm able to hit the Trotos with Initve, I will definitely kill it. And I think this Turvold, as a single target nuker, he will have very hard time killing a team with triple reviver, so... That's why I kind of didn't go with Necret this time, because I was expecting him to ban the Rotos, and the Initve is gonna die likely even through the Necret shield against both the Turvold and Rotos, so maybe not all the time, but there is a good chance that they will just kill him even if he's full HP and has a shield and is protected by Necret, so... Initve is only 14k base HPs, which is very low. Yeah, let's just do the Ukko revive, I guess. I could have gone with the... Maybe I should have just used Duchess revive and use Ukko A1. Fuck, I'm not able to get the turn on the... Should I just kill the Duchess? No. Let's save the A2 for the Rotos. Oh, it actually died to A1. I wasn't expecting the Duchess to die that easily. Let's just go with the A1 and not the A2. Nice, we got attack down on Rotos. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think there is any comeback. I think, like most fights in live arena, I think this one was pretty much... Okay, that's some good damage though, but I think this was pretty much won in the champion selection. Like, triple reviver is just very hard matchup against a team like this with single target nukers. Okay, well, he's kind of making comeback actually there. Maybe I should have buff stripped the Turvold anyway. I guess I could have kind of lost there, or at least it was kind of close. Maybe if I did actually use the Duchess revive instead like I was planning to, like, then it wouldn't have been close. But anyway, we won this fight, so it's all good. Before, I wasn't really meeting a lot of opponents that were a lot higher points than me, but now everybody seems to be higher points. I mean, it definitely shows that there is a decent amount of people playing this game, because I have been doing live arena every day, and I still meet like new people every time I play this, and I'm not even close to the highest point players in this like format. Yeah, against Taros, sometimes I don't want to pick Necret if it was just Toros against Rotas, against Taros. But when he's likely gonna ban my Rotos and I will have to use Initve, then Initve definitely needs the Necret. Otherwise he will die to the first hit. But it can actually kind of be sometimes negative if I'm using Necret with Rotos, because he will not get the extra turns from Taros A2 or the other skills. He might still get the extra turn from his A3 just because it hits so high. Again a team that doesn't actually pick 2 revivers. I'm not sure if this is a thing in the higher rankings, because so far I haven't seen a lot of this, but last couple fights multiple people did this kind of setup. Maybe I should try it a bit more as well. Like, do the exact same thing that I go with Necret and UDK, or Necret and Ukko. Or UDK and Ukko. But yeah, this doesn't really tell me a lot about their team. And he has the last choice for Nuker anyway, so... Yeah, maybe I should... Well, do I want to do it against Taras? Well, I'm probably gonna ban Taras anyway, so... Let's do the same thing and go with Ukko instead of double Duchess. I guess I need to get used to this kind of setups eventually, because in Gold you're not able to pick 2 of the same champion. Yeah, I think I will just ban the Taras. I wonder who he will ban. Maybe he will still ban the initme. Or Duchess. I would probably ban Duchess, but I think he might actually ban the initme, yeah. This kind of looks good. I don't think... Yeah, I think we're good here. Definitely, I think... I mean, it's gonna take a while because of the UDK, but... Well, let's not get too, like... ahead of ourselves. I guess it will come down to RNG. But he doesn't have attack buff, not that Protoss really needs it. But we might get some harassment out of Ukko, and it doesn't look like he's killing us anytime soon, so soon we can hit this UDK. They should do some kind of better UI that you can always see all of the buffs, because sometimes it's very important and you don't really... You make mistakes because you can't see that they actually have like immunity or something. I'm not sure if I should have just saved the ally attack for... Wow, we can actually kill the Siphi, never mind. Because of that refresh proc, this was actually totally worth it. Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna kill it, but not close enough. I think she's pretty much gonna heal to full, because we still have to kill the UDK, so... And yeah, I don't want to double hit Duchess there, because... I mean, Siphi there, because she would have broke the shield, so... Nice. Yeah, this is what I'm always talking about, that you definitely do want to get even 1-star polymorph on, like, all of the supports that you use in live arena, because level 1 split soul doesn't cost that much, and you can literally, or like, it's not even like hypothetical, you will definitely win fights just because of polymorph proc. Like, it won't happen just once in your lifetime, but many times, so... Well, this might actually, like, his Rotos is definitely gaining a lot of HP, more than mine, and his Rotos might pop off soon. I really hope that this A3 crits, because I don't think it will die if it doesn't crit, so, okay, good. No, okay, it didn't crit, but it died, that's good. I guess... Yeah, okay, yeah, he surrendered. I think maybe he still would have had small chance to win, but I guess he didn't really want to see if he does or not. Am I finally in the like leaderboard? Yeah, okay, you see ranking, I guess. I'm not very high, but I guess I'm somewhere in the rankings. Damn, there's so many people that like did more live arena fights than me. Like, I was thinking that there isn't that many players in this game that will play it as much as me or even close, but I guess there is tons. Yeah, I don't think anybody here has done like less fights than me, so. Ah, this guy is using Staltos. I do have him, but he's not booked, but I think Iron Brago is pretty much the same, but the difference is that I do have him booked and I'm kind of saving books for Quintus, so I don't really even want to try him. It will be very hard to kill him with Init though, because it's a defense scaling champion and he's also gonna self-buff the defense. If I pick Bragon there, we would have like endless fight, but well, okay, let's do it. Let's see what this guy like. How does he? I don't think these picks like this are like super fun, because if he bans my Rotos and I ban his second nuker, whatever it is, we're gonna have endless fight. Let's see how he like responds to this. I think if I picked Initve, I probably would have lost, or I would have had very hard time. But if I also pick a Brago, I think it's gonna be a stalemate. Okay, so let's mimic his setup. Let's go with Ukko as well then. Not Yoshi. I mean, I could use Cardiel, but no, let's go with Ukko. But basically I'm kind of copying his team, because I kind of dislike this type of teams. Like, I mean, of course you got to use whatever champions you have, but I think nobody can win a fight like this. So, and maybe I'm wrong, we will see. I mean, he does have, I guess, the good affinity against Brago, but I don't think like my team will come down easily because of Brago passive and increased defense, and he will have the same issue. I guess he does have the Ukko and Python as well, so maybe I kind of shoot myself in the foot, but I think if I pick Init, I couldn't really beat this team either, so. I should probably try to kill the Rotos like first, but Yeah, probably I will still lose to this. Like, he will stack damage with Rotos, and I don't think I can finish it. It's kind of hard choice because, I mean, I can't deal with the lockout, so I'm put between like a rock and hard place. Oh, okay, I didn't really have the best RNC on my side there. Well, this fight was lost in the champion selection, to be fair. Should I just have tried to like ban his Rotos and like try to kill him with Init the A1? Maybe I will try it next time. Maybe I will be Cardiel and 2 Revivers and Init and just... Maybe I can win it like that. It will be a very long fight, but maybe it's possible. But that's it, I think, right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, every fight that I don't get Rotos, it's very, like, stally and frustrating. And if I do get Rotos, then they do have, like, UDK in the team every time, so... And I should definitely start using UDK more, like... I'm not really using him, but I should, because everybody else is using it as well. I mean, there's nothing wrong in using him, but... I don't know, I just usually go with the double reviver or like Necret and double reviver. Initway is gonna have insanely hard time killing a team like this, but it will still be better than Iron Brago, so... Let's see what his last pick is. Maybe I think the options are still open, like... Maybe I will go with Ukko and Cardiel. We will see. Or maybe I go with UDK and do what everybody else does. Fuck it, let's go with UDK. I guess it was good that I saved the support choice as the last one. And that's easy Harima ban, like, I don't even have to think about that ban at all. Oh, and he banned Init. That's kind of interesting. I think if it's a mirror matchup, then I'm almost certain that I will win this easily, but let's see. I mean, it can still like come down to RNG, but I certainly have the advantage in this fight now. Unlike the last fight that I did. Wait, his UDK is in... Not in... I'm not sure if it's like in immunity or in bolster, but it's not in stone skin. I'm not really sure what sets his revivers are, because I don't think 3 of them are in shields. Maybe one of them, or maybe even 2, but the shields weren't massive, so maybe there's some weird sets like Swift Parry or something, because I don't see a lot of like bolster and stone skin. Yeah, this is gonna be a very long fight. I mean, not like 20 minutes, but I guess it's gonna be like 5-minute fight. It would definitely be better content if I had like charge it or something, and I could sometimes do like 30-second fights. But I think we're definitely gonna win this one. I mean, there's just no way, like, I definitely must have like way better gear than this guy, so even if I get unlucky, I feel like I should still win this. And both of us have double revive, but I also have double attack buff, so. And my UDK was in stone skin and his wasn't. Well, I guess the Python like constantly healing the UDK is very good as well, so. Well, the weak hits do matter a bit as well. But it is a snail race. I don't think this is what Plarium thought that the live arena was going to be, but this was definitely what I was expecting it to be. I mean, this isn't even the worst case scenario that I was thinking about, so. But probably, like, I would guess that they're just gonna release other content and live arena isn't gonna be as big deal to them as like we want it to be, so. Can my Rotos finally block the revive? I think it might be able to do it. After that it is time to pop off. And now we get to interesting mind games, because I can attack the other targets, and if I do attack the Rotos, the enemy Rotos, then he does get extra turn, but also if I steal max HP from the Rotos, then he's not gonna block revive, so. This isn't... Okay, I didn't block revive there, by the way. This isn't my first time doing this, so I do know that at some point I actually do want to hit the Rotos, but not at this point. Oh, what? I wasn't expecting that kind of... It must be resistance built on Duchess. I guess that's why I didn't see like big shields or like stone skin. Yeah, this must be like resistance Duchess, and maybe one of these two is in bolster. Or like one of them is definitely, but it could be two of them, but the shields kind of look small and they kind of look big HP, so maybe just one of them was in bolster. it would be funny if I had a Marichka here instead of second Duchess, because Marichka could remove the like the lost max HP. I mean, probably double Duchess is still better, but it is kind of funny. I think I still definitely want to hit the Duchess here, but soon I will start hitting the Rotos and not the others. Wait. Which one used to... Does he not have revive? I think now if my Rotos just gets a... doesn't get weak hit on the Python, then I can win. Oh, okay, he doesn't have... yeah, let's just hit the Python this time. Wow, that... I guess Rotos stacked a lot of HP, but that was very big hit for Rotos A1. "10-minute Rotos mirror matchup, nice. Okay, come on. Let's see a crit here so that we can end this fight. Maybe I can do one more fight, nice. Yeah, finally. Okay, there's still time. Okay, good. Oh, level 99. Nice. Maybe he has insane champions though. This icon is kind of weird, but maybe they are planning to do the thing that I've been talking a lot about, that they could have some seasonal rules, because why would they have this icon here if there is only like no rules outside of gold and then one rule in gold and nothing else? Maybe this means that there will actually be more different types of rule sets in Live Arena. I really hope they do it, because it can get a lot better than it is right now. So this team does have triple reviver, which I think I definitely must try use Initve in this matchup. He does have triple polymorph, so I don't think I want to go with Ukko here. Let's just go with Duchess for now, and then we could pick either Nakarada or Guardial. I mean, I could, I guess, even go triple nuker against this type of team. Kind of depends what the last two nukers are, but is it like, okay, that's not too bad. I thought it's gonna be like Varas and Rotos. It's pretty good that he got at this point with these champions. This team doesn't really look like super threatening to me, so... But yeah, we definitely want to go with the Nakarada against Leorios matchup. Because it does do double hit, which like works very well with Nakarada passive, and he's able to like put another shield in between those hits, so... I guess both of these are nukers, but I kind of feel bad about banning the Leorios. Let's just ban the Helicat. Like, Helicat could never kill this team, there's no way, but I think this matchup is totally good for me anyway, so let's at least let him have the Leorios. I'm not really sure what happened here, like, is that the team he usually uses, or did he accidentally make a mistake? Because if Helicat really was his only nuker in a team like this, there is zero chance that he could kill, like, not just my team, but I don't think really any teams. Any teams with like Duchess or Sifi, so... And I definitely wasn't afraid of the Helicat, but I just let's just go with that one. I guess it will be faster this way anyway, so. And I'm not really too afraid of the Leorios in this kind of team either. Like, he doesn't have Ukko or like lockout or second nuker, so it isn't that big deal to have Leorios. Probably the Duchess will have died to the A3, but I was thinking that it wouldn't die, but it is level 99, so it does make sense. I did A2 just because I didn't think that A3 would kill, so. I guess it was kind of good choice because he does have the Maritzka, so and like double reviver plus Maritzka, so I do need to stack the increase HP a lot against this team in order to finish him. Okay, I guess that works as well. Maybe I'm actually able to get into the top 100 in these rankings. I wasn't sure it was possible, but maybe it is. We will see. I guess probably it will kind of depend how active you're in the live arena, because people will go up and down a lot, and I guess if you do it every day, then you're totally fine. And I really do hope that they make it so that everybody is able to get the Quintus, but you never know about it. I don't know how long, like, I'm gonna talk about Quintus in every video, how I want to try him, but maybe he will be like kind of disappointing when we actually get him. Like, maybe he's not that as good as I want him to be. I'm pretty sure this guy has Taras and Maritzka, so it's not gonna be a fun fight. What is he gonna pick against me? If he picks Taras and Maritzka, he could still pick Lockout. I think it's very likely that he will pick Lockout. Well, he knows that I'm gonna use Initva, so let's just pick it. Well, yeah, we don't have any chance against this account. I think this is one of those accounts that many people have had it, and it has been sold many times and wailed on it by many different players, so it is one of those god accounts that you can't really, like, my account doesn't really stand a chance against it. I'm kind of surprised that he picked Ukko. Maybe this is not the account that I was thinking about. I guess he doesn't have Taras and Maritzka. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna use Necrot in this fight. Let's go with Ukko as well. Should I go with UDK? No, because it depends on his last pick. I still have to ban the Warlord, so... Oh, and it is Harima. Yeah, 0 chance against a team like this. Well, at least we got some content for the video. Oh nice, I wasn't sure that my Ukko would cut in because he did have the Sifi boost, but maybe if we get really lucky here. Well, he did stun our nuker, I guess, so I guess that's about it. Even if I do get to use the Initve A2 on Rotos, I don't think it's gonna die because he has the Harima, so... And Initve can't crit on Harima, so we can only kill Harima as the last champion in the team. And we did get stunned on the first turn on Initve, so it didn't even start well. Anyway, no chance against this team. But it does give me a hope that maybe I can get the Harima someday. It's not totally impossible to get a non-void legendary champion, so I will definitely have a lot of fun with Harima when I do get her. How much time? I guess maybe I can do 1 or 2 more fights. This is kind of interesting team. Doesn't really look like top tier champions, but maybe he does have better nukers. We will see. Let's just go with Ukko against this team. He does have a lot of cleanses, but Ukko is still good. Actually, let's not do it. He already has double polymorph, so either it's Nakarada or Cardial. Should I go with? Nah, because then he's just gonna ban my only reviver. Well, maybe I could go without Nakarada or Cardial and go with Basileus. Let's see his team first. If I do pick triple nuker, he's probably gonna ban one of the revivers, and he's probably gonna ban the one with like polymorph, who is the slower one, so it will kind of work out well with Basileus. Should I actually go with Basileus? Let's do it for fun. Where is it? Can I not find it? Too late. Anyway, let's go with too bad I didn't find the Basileus in the time. Oh, it was there. In the middle where I was looking. Let's just go with the UDK ban, yeah. I mean, even though it is kind of good team against me actually. It isn't like... I might actually lose this fight. Maybe I should have picked UDK as well and banned the Harima. Maybe that would have been the better option. He is level 93 though, so... I should have this fight. I mean, surely, right? Let's just go on the... What is this event called? I already forgot her name because she hasn't been in the meta for a while. She does have high base HP, but if I did not crit on her, if I had a weak hit, I wouldn't have stolen any HP because she had a shield, so that was why I was kind of hesitant to hit her, but it worked out. But it's something to take in mind that you won't steal Rotos HP with, like, if you don't deal direct damage. So sometimes you might not want to hit one target because it has a shield and you know that you can't break the shield. Maybe if somebody has a decent sized shield and they are like protected by Necret, then you're certain that your A2 isn't gonna do enough damage to it, then maybe you rather use it on Rotos or some other target. Yeah, I don't think there's much to say about this fight. I think I will eventually win, but it's gonna last for a while and maybe I will lose, but I don't think he has like super insane gear on 2 of his snookers, so my tanky dodges should not be a very easy kill to his team. And as long as I can kill this Python, which I will weak hit a lot on, then at that point I will win the fight. So, but basically Rotos can't really kill anybody else because he's gonna weak hit on all the other targets and Rotos will get the extra turn. Wow, that didn't do a lot of damage. Well, yeah, he does have the Harima, yeah. Maybe I'm actually in trouble. I should probably stack the A2 more and not try to use the A3 every time because he barely took any damage there. Oh yeah, and there's the Harima A2 like coming in strong. Maybe I should try to kill the Harima actually, yeah. That passive is just a lot of issue for me. I mean, there's a good chance that the Harima will get polymorphed as well, so. But his A2 is gonna one-shot the Rotos, so it's kind of hard matchup for him. Ah, weak hit. I guess we lost to this player. I don't think well, Rotos is probably gonna go before my Duchess anyway, so she isn't gonna get turned, but I don't think she even has the revive up yet. Yeah, she doesn't. That's kind of slow, Rotos. Come on, can we get a clutch win? No. It would have need to be a crit and not a weak hit and extra turn, but there might have been a small chance for a comeback. Probably not. I'm not really sure what I mean, I guess I should have banned the Harima, but yeah, it was a lot of hard champions for me, so... Oh, we can do one more fight, nice. Oh, 35 games. No way I'm paying that much. Yeah, I think that's all the fights for today. I guess we did have, I think, 4 losses, I think, in total. Several losses in the end. It was kind of a lot of Force Affinity teams that I lost to, yeah. It's just, it's not only that Rotos has very bad matchup with Harima, but Init won't have enough damage to kill Harima teams either. And not really anything else that I do have, so... Like, even Iron Brago, like, he doesn't have enough damage to kill Harima, so... Some new Spirit Affinity nukers will be nice. I will book this champion at some point and use him, but I don't have high expectations of him, but I will definitely try him at some point. But anyway, that's it for today's video, and we did gain some points, but it wasn't all like wins today, so that's all I got.